Yeah, I was down here and I heard the doorbell ring, so I ran upstairs real quick. I was like,
Oh, okay.
yes, I need it. Cool. So what's the plan?
Okay.
Or do we have one?
Kind of.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'd like to do a song called Party Night.
Okay.
I have the vocal of the song. The song won Songwriter Achievement Josie Music Awards Gala 2024, but I just wanted to put it into a song. It was just a vocal that won.
Right on.
Let me play it for you.
The outside's out and the inside's in.
Did you want to work until 8 or 9?
I can do either.
Okay.
Yeah. We're at 6:30, so if we could work till 8 or 9.
Okay.
That works. I don't really have. I kind of set the whole night kind of aside because I was like, well, because originally we were gonna do 5, and then it was like, oh, then 7, and then I was like, oh, okay, well then 6:30. I was like, yeah, we're recording this. I'm here.
Right.
So.
Thank you. I work at Costco now for CDS for Costco. I thought I was getting up at 7:30, but they had earlier hours from like 11 to 5:30.
It's not too bad.
So here's the song.
Here's a song. Here's a song called Party Night by Jeremiah Jordan, songwriter Jeremiah Jordan Ash. Let's go out tonight. Everything will be alright. I'm gonna step on out to the local pub tonight, where the tambourine and the guitar string and the bass fills up the night. I'm gonna drink my beer and a whiskey party night. Looking around this place, I feel the vibe. Yeah, the good vibrations make me feel alive. And the way you move across that dance floor make me realize I'm gonna make the most of this here party night.
It's the same thing for the second verse.
Let's go out tonight.
Choruses are all the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna step on out to the local pub tonight, where the tambourine and the guitar string and the bass fills up the night. I'm gonna drink my beer and a whiskey party night. Looking around this place, I feel the vibe. Yeah, the good vibrations make me feel alive. And the way you moved across that dance floor make me realize I'm gonna make the most of this here party night.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool.
Needs drums, bass, and I don't know if we have a tambourine.
It's sitting right there behind you.
Oh, okay.
Um.
Did you just want to work on one song or 2?
Kind of see how far we get.
Yeah.
How far we get with that, because so part of it you kind of want to have it driving a little bit. I imagine kind of.
Yeah.
So you want bass, drums, tambourine, anything else in there? Guitars or
Guitar.
piano or anything?
Piano.
Okay. Piano's a little harder because I don't have a piano right now. I had a big keyboard that I used, and it kind of went to turn it on. I don't know, probably a month or so ago. I just decided not to turn it on. I was like, great.
Oh.
Why? So I sent it in, and they're like, I sent it to a guy that does repair for me, and he's like, I can't repair this. I'm not authorized. 1, I'm not an authorized repair person for this, and 2, they stopped making parts for this.
Oh, geez.
Like a year and a half ago. I was like,
Is it with this one?
no, that one they I haven't made that one in like 30 years.
Okay.
Yeah, that thing's 80s, at
Oh,
least.
cool. Yeah.
No, it was a big like like almost like MIDI 8-weighted key. Thing weighed as much as a piano, but it was a keyboard. That was it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just they stopped making it, and then they stopped making parts for it because they came out with newer ones. And I was like, okay, well, I get a newer one, or I could just go without it for a while.
Yeah.
Cause I haven't had a lot of call for it. Like, oh yeah, we need piano today. Like, that's cool, you know. Or someone's like, yeah, I did piano. We need to do everything else. So it just kind of has worked that way. I'm working on finding another one like it. That's just not an arm and a leg. Or an actual piano. If I can figure out how to get an actual piano down here, I will do that. It's just that turn down the stairs. I've had a couple piano movers look at that turn and like, we can't make that turn because it comes straight down in the 90s into the. But yeah, we can get the.
I was decided between 4 songs. There's that one, Golden Age Youthful.
Okay.
There was one's called Food Student, Change Up, or Here Today. I couldn't decide. I'm like,
That's a hard one. You got like 4 songs that you're really into.
right.
Like I've written these 4 songs that sound great. What do I want them to do? You know, like what do I want to do? Which one do I want to start with? You get so excited, and then you figure out I'll start with the easy one. And you find out the easy one was actually the hard one. You know, like, hey, I should have done the hard one first, because it's less things involved, but it's harder to remember. But absolutely, yeah, we could start with that and kind of just see where we get. Could take, you know, to do 4 songs, depending on if it's already like stuff that's already written. Like if we're just making it up on the spot here, it could take a little longer because it's kind of like, okay, we're kind of writing the parts as opposed to like, okay, yeah, it's already written, just play the song. We can play 4 songs and, you know, guys play 4 songs at 4 song sets all the time, you know, in a matter of minutes. You know, it's like, okay, well, so it also depends on who's here.
I'm also thinking of submitting for the Josie Music Awards coming up. They're asking for like an album.
Like a full album, or okay?
It would be just 7 tracks.
Okay.
It's an album to them, or more.
Well, yeah, anything over 6 is kind of considered an album. Anything under that's like an EP. You know, stuff like. When people say, "I need an album," they're like, "I have 4 songs." It's not really an album.
Right.
Like, and there's what is it? Fort Collins' Opry Awards that they're doing this year. They did that. Yeah, they're like, hey, we're doing it's part of Music District and all that. But I think one of the requirements was like to submit like an album. And then you look at the requirements, it was like an album of like 4 to 8 songs. I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of an album.
Yeah.
But it's like 4 songs is not really an album. 8 is closer.
Yeah.
8's kind of an album. I've seen albums that are 8.
To them, it's considered 7. So I was like, okay, I have the 7 because I have them in
Right.
the system. How much would you charge to make what I have? Then we have to know.
It wouldn't take much because everything's kind of already there, right? And what the files that I have here. Where did you go? Yeah, there's things that I copy. Yeah. Do I have more than that? There's some that we have that's. That one's not. I don't know if we ever finished that one, or worked on that one, or if that's even a song. That could have been something I. Nope, that's today's date. I can read. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about 6 or 7 songs here. Yeah, that you could turn into an album. But plus what we've already done. There's the one that we kind of already did, and then.
With that one we did, I kind of liked the mandolin and the percussion on. That's the one I chose to release.
Cool.
But
I actually it popped up in my YouTube
Oh,
music
okay.
the other day. I was
Oh, cool.
I had it play, I was cleaning or something down here, and it was playing just on random.
Right.
And I was like, this sounds really familiar. Like, did I press something on the keyboard?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, that's just in the queue. I was like, cool. Yeah.
It got to number, I think, 13 in Michigan on the ICE radio.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I don't know what, I haven't followed Billboard charts in like, forever.
Yeah.
I used to follow them a lot closer when I was younger. It was like, I want to follow them and know what everybody's doing. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, I don't care what everybody's doing. I just need to focus on what I'm doing
Right.
and the people I'm working with, because I do follow them a little bit because I'll hear stuff like, oh, charted number 1 in Atlanta. I'm like, cool. Why?
Why?
Oh, it's because the DJ there, he just pushed it and everybody liked it. You know.
Oh, okay.
He played it and everybody liked it and it charted well.
Oh.
I was like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. Happens,
Right. Yeah, I've
but
always wondered what's the difference between like number 1 or 15. Like, okay.
not much. Number 1 just gives you more notoriety. It's just like
Okay.
you got. It's like getting number 9 on the national charts. It just means it's been played
Yeah.
a lot. I listen. There's one when I drive to Denver. Sometimes I drive to Denver, and on Sunday mornings there's a radio channel. I can't remember which one. Maybe might be K99. It's one of those country channels. I can't remember, but they do like here's the top 40 for 40 for the week.
Right.
And you listen to it like it's charted number 1 again for the 4th time in a week. I'm like, whose charts?
Yeah.
They never say whose charts it is. And it's just like, yeah, this chart. I think it's theirs. I think it's what they, what they've played and everybody's liked to hear. Like, I don't know, people voted in like, we really like that song. Could you play it again? Or, and that's how it's charted. I'm like, I don't know, who's making up these charts? It's like who really makes up the Grammys and all these who's really
Yeah.
I know that people vote, but who?
Yeah. Right.
Who are these people that are voting, and where are the votes coming from?
Right.
That one Grammy, is it the RIAA, or is it like some kind of an academy?
Yeah.
Or is it just like American Idol? I can just call in with my cell phone and say, hey, I want
Right.
I want to give my vote to whoever,
Right.
or if it's like peers or you never really know. It's weird. Yeah, I had an album up for album of the year one year, and I was like, yeah, we're nominated. Maybe we'll win. And it didn't. And I was kind of bummed when it didn't. I was like,
Yeah.
but I also kind of thought about it later. I'm like, this is actually kind of cool. We got nominated and got to sit, in the audience with all these famous people and it didn't matter because nobody knows the album anymore. Actually, I think that album got pulled. The band ended up pulling that album from their whatever, all their streaming service and everything. I was like, really? That was actually a decent album. Like, why'd you guys pull it? But we just doesn't fit what we wanted to do, or what we do now. It doesn't. It's like your freshman album, first thing out. No one's gonna it's gonna sound different than how you sound now. So a lot of people do. A lot of bands pull it. They keep it in their archive, but they pull it because it doesn't match what they're doing now. I was like, oh, that's cool. I still have it. I have a copy of it somewhere.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
What they're judging it on for album of the year is artist performance, musical background, engineering, packaging, design, art, layout, and liner notes.
Oh yeah, okay. My brain jumped. It's been a long day. We've been wrestling matches all day long.
Oh, cool.
My brain's kind of fried, but not at the same time. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. They judge it on all of those things.
Yeah.
So with the performance, do you have to send in you playing something, or you playing a show, or just
the artist performance,
just how the delivery of the Okay, that makes sense. Sometimes we're like, yeah, we want to see you actually playing, and I'm like, okay, that is a thing, it's out there. And a lot of people do play and write albums, and then there's the few who just make albums, which is probably a little more lucrative, to be honest, than just playing shows, because bars and venues don't pay like they used to, and then they expect you to sell half of their tickets
Yeah.
and then give you half of the money of what you agreed upon. It's a big to do right now. People are mad. Right, so especially around here, not getting paid what you were promised, or
Oh, really?
yeah, it happens. We're like, yeah, you told us if we sold 100 tickets, we'd get 50% of that. Why do we have 30? You know,
Oh.
30% of what you of the 50 you promised us, and they're like, well, we get, you know, or it's like, yeah, you get everything that comes at the door, you know, and then they get half of what was at the door instead of all of it. It's just there's some semi shady practices happening right now in the venue world, but more so than the little stuff. If you go play like Red Rocks, they're gonna pay you. They pay you. You go play. What was Ball Arena? Yeah, you go play Ball Arena. That they'll you usually end up getting your cut that you're promised. But all these little venues that everybody plays at starting out, they're just getting shafted. So, but it's a thing. It's gonna change. Just like streaming, it's gonna change.
Right.
You know, if we're gonna go back to albums, listening on vinyl at some point, maybe.
I think so too.
So that's already starting to happen a little bit. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I was actually looking for. I have a thing that manages credits for me, my studio credits, and I was like, well, I'll put that on the website, and I opened it up, the Spotify playlist that it does. Half the artists on there that I have pulled all their stuff off Spotify.
No.
And I was like, well, I can't really use this list because it only has 4 songs that can be played. Everything else, if I open up the credit thing, I can play the credit. In the credit software, I can open up and play the songs. But if you open up the Spotify playlist, half of it's gone. I was like, at first I was like, what's going on? Why isn't this playing? And then I went to Spotify and looked up those artists, and I was like, oh, that's right. I vaguely remember people pulling stuff from Spotify recently. They must have been one of the thousands of people that have pulled their stuff. Or the record label did, or whatever. So I was like, bummer. I guess we'll just keep it the way it is.
I'm looking into theater again too, because that seems to pay a lot more.
Oh, theater, yeah. I do work in a couple theaters. I don't know what they pay the people that do the stuff on the stage.
Right.
I know what I get paid when I go and set up the stage.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's not super great.
Oh,
it's enough, but it's like you're here one day and then you're not scheduled for another like 2 weeks or something like that.
oh, okay.
Or you get like the Lincoln Center in Fort Collins. There's like 70 of us there, or no, 60. So there's 60 of us there. Well, if you have 60 shows, and you have 40 shows with 60 people. It's like, well, how do you fit 60 people into 40 shows?
Right.
You know, it's like, how do you, okay, sometimes you need, that many people. We did Kinky Boots, and it was all of us. We were all there to load that in and out.
Right.
Despite the semi-truck being late on load out night. But then, like, I work at the Rialto Theater, and I think there's like 8 of us total.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
but they don't do as many. They do 200 shows a year.
Okay.
They do 200 shows. Lincoln Center does somewhere around 400 or 500 a year. So, but yeah, theaters are fun, depending on what you're doing. Like if you're playing, it's probably a lot more fun than if you're just, hey, I'm here to work today to hang Drake or, whatever it is. And some of them, like, Rialto pays pretty well, but I'm not there as much. The Lincoln Center is kind of like, they don't pay great, but they have like, you at least get paid for 4 hours worth of work, even if you're only there for an hour. So there's like little things that they do to try to help you out because they realize we don't pay industry standard. So nobody around here pays industry standard. It would be ridiculous. So.
That's true.
But they're out there. There's a bunch of theaters from here to Denver and Cheyenne and back. So they're fun.
Yeah. I was thinking of going back up to DCPA to the adult classes.
Mm-hmm.
Because they offer like for scene study and stuff like that. Because I live right by a theater, Candlelight. I haven't been on the theater in a while, so I'll have
Candlelight's
to,
cool.
I would like to like relearn some stuff, like
Yeah,
scene study.
Yeah, they're
But I have the voice for it, but I need to like
Yeah, the acting. I never got into it. Well, I was never really the person that was on stage.
Oh, okay.
I was in high school, in elementary, middle, and high school. That was like, but that was kind of forced.
Oh.
Like you have to be out there because if you don't, you're gonna fail the class.
Oh.
I was taking theater tech class. Why am I on stage? Well, we ran out of people, so it's like okay. I work with a lot of people who are theater people. A lot of people who work at Candlelight and stuff like that as well.
Okay.
And, yeah, there's a lady I work with. She does a lot of the lighting design out there for I don't know how many of the shows that happen, but it's cool. And there's a lot of theaters out there. Scene study is a very interesting thing because I feel like it keeps changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
like
does.
you're like, this is not what I remember it being. Was working with a gal during Kinky Boots, and she was she played Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz at Frankenstein. I was asking her, like, well, how about scene study and all that stuff? She's like, yeah, it's way different than when I started. I'm like, but you're no older than I am. She's like, I know. That's what's the crazy thing is it's changed. Not a ton, but it's changed since I started. I was like, that's very interesting. I'd like to pick your brain about that. I haven't gotten to yet, but because I don't remember half the stuff. But anywho, talk about that for hours and get nothing done. It happens. Trying to think. Yeah, so how did you kind of want to go about this song?
Could we put on like a metronome or something? And
Oh, yeah.
I could sing through it.
Oh, absolutely, we can. Let me do.
I'm pretty good at acapella.
Okay.
Then surrounding the song around it.
Yeah, Cook track is definitely.
Golden Age Youthful, I kind of know like the dun ding ding like that, and then I build the song around that. But then the lyrics.
I have one speaker on and not the other. Why didn't I turn both of these on? I thought I did. But I'm also wondering why it's just not generally playing.
I'm also learning in the studio how to manage my time better.
That's a hard thing.
Yes.
I had a guy here last night and I don't want the accent, I just want the wood block. Cool. We had a guy here last night who was like that. Who was like, how do we manage our time? Like I don't know. He's like, how long was I here? I was like, 3 hours. He's like, really? Didn't feel that long. I'm like, well, it was. I feel like time management is a constant thing. So, yeah, there's just. Do you have a timing that you kind of want it in?
Oh, I see.
Like fast or slower?
Here's a song called Party Night by Jeremiah Jordan, songwriter Jeremiah Jordan. Let's go out tonight. Everything will be alright. I'm gonna step on out to the local pub tonight, where the tambourine and the guitar string and the bass fills up the night. I'm gonna drink my beer and a whiskey party night.
Nope, that's not it. I had it at 120, but I felt like that was wrong. Maybe 120 was right. Nope, I don't want to create a tip. I want to do this. Nope, that's the wrong one.
Here's a song called Party Night.
feels right, but I don't know if it is or not. I feel like it's close. It's hard to exactly pinpoint it, but it feels close. Just kind of what you were patting and hearing in the background noises of you singing. Cause I do that too sometimes when I'm thinking of something. I'll play drums on my lap, and then I'll be like, "What was the tempo of that?" I don't know. Let me listen back to the little me tapping on my legs while
I
I'm
apologize.
jamming
I
it.
probably should have known the
It,
tempo before
it's all
singing.
good. Sometimes it's just. Sometimes you don't know it until you know it. Even people come in with tempos like, "Yeah, it's 35. It's 135." Okay, and they're playing. I'm like, "Yeah, it's dragging at 135. How would we do 140?"
Yeah.
And they play at 140. Like, that's it. That's the tempo. Great, cool. We're gonna keep it at 140. Rarely do I get. Well, not rarely. It's about 50-50 that I get. We come in and everything's right, and the other 50% it's come in with the tempo, and it's like, nope, it's not quite, because the feel is different. People are in a different mood, and so working on an album right now with a guy where we did that, where they played drums, and I was like, that feels weird. They're like, yeah, it feels really weird. Like, well, we bump up the tempo, and they did. We bumped it up like five beats. And like, cool, that's perfect.
Cool.
In case you need a music stand,
Oh, okay.
here's one. You want it?
All right.
If you don't, that's also cool.
Yeah.
Someone's like, no, I really want the music stand. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't go. Not yet. I'm gonna say it doesn't go up much higher.
Right.
Unfortunately, those are the cheap Amazon basic ones, and my thought was like, oh, it'll be fine, and then I realized, but people are taller. But it works with microphones. A microphone in front of it. And here's my headphones. You can have them. If you want the metronome, do you want the metronome singing to this?
Sure, let's try it.
Okay. Cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, squeaky chair.
Let's go out tonight.
Okay. I'll get all the dog hair down here. That's the question. Gotta do my coat. This could be a scratch vocal too, if you wanted something.
Okay.
If you wanted to, like, oh yeah, don't. It's not set in stone, you know, just to kind of get the rest of the instruments. Kind of just have to build off of, and then everything else could maybe come back around and do like a final vocal take, or it could just be the one. Sometimes it works. It's like, yeah, no, that's the one. Or we're not going to re-record it because we're going to lose the feel and the vibe of the track.
Right.
So.
Right.
Cool. Yeah. Well, let's go. Cool, cool. All right. Well, if you're ready, let me know when.
Okay. Ready?
Cool. Here we go. 3, 2,
one.
Let's go out tonight. Everything will be alright. Just a second. Let's go out tonight. Everything will be alright. I'm gonna step on out to the local pub tonight, where the tambourine and the guitar string and the bass fills up the night. I'm gonna drink my beer and whiskey party night, yeah. Looking around this place, I feel the vibe, where the good vibrations make me feel alive. And the way you moved across that dance floor made me realize I'm gonna make the most of this here party night. Let's go out tonight. Everything'll be alright. I'm gonna step on out to the local pub tonight, where the tambourine and the guitar string and the bass fills up the night. I'm gonna drink my beer and a whiskey party night.
Cool.
How about we do Golden Age Youthful instead?
Okay.
Vocally, I'll read.
Oh, that's totally fine with me.
Okay.
Sometimes you just kind of got to start with something and figure out what you want to do. You said it was Golden Age?
Yeah, Golden Age Youthful.
Golden Age. I feel that way some days. Because I can take these off. I don't need to wear my headphones. Does it have a tempo or is it just kind of...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But that's not what I wanted to hit.
Here is Golden Age Youthful by Jeremiah Jordan, songwriter Jeremiah Jordan Ash. Heart strong and lonely.
I'll start with there.
Okay.
I'll start with 125.
All right. Sometimes you get stuff and it's just like, everything's going to be that, because that's what I was feeling that day. You know, it's like, I felt 125 that day, or I felt 130, you know. It just happens to be the day that you feel writing everything fast. Everything's super slow. I have days like that where I have to play on a fast track, and I'm like, I'm not feeling fast. I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna try, but I'm not feeling fast today. I'm feeling like a slow ballad would be great right now. Especially after doing like an all-night show, and they're like, hey, could you record in the morning? Yeah, don't want to though. I want to sleep. Just got home at 3. I'd like to go to. I don't want to be up at 7.
Cool.
Great.
Well, here we go. Golden Age Youthful.
Heart strong, living long, making the most of moments. Healing you, healing me. Come on now, come on, people. Trusting, believing in, feeling the love again. What's it all about? What's up? The golden age, youthful, heart strong, living long, making the most of moments. Healing you, healing me. Come on now, come on, people. Trusting, believing in, feeling the love again. What's it all about? What's up? The golden age, youthful. Yo, never oh ever was a moment so right as the days of the earth, skies bright. It's the world of love, it's the world of change. What world is that? Yo, earth. Give a chance to be, chance to love, chance to find true feeling, chance for opportunity to come to each and everybody. Cause everybody's worth it. Everybody's got that special spark within their soul. Hopefully they come to realize to know that they're 1 in a billion, yo, 1 in a trillion. Yes, they are. So heart strong, living long, making the most of moments. Healing you, healing me. Come on now, come on, people, trusting, believing in, feeling the love again. What's it all about? What's up? The golden age, youthful. Yo, never oh ever was a moment so right as the days of the earth, skies bright. It's the world of love, it's the world of change. What world is that? Yo, earth. Give a chance to be, chance to love, chance to find true feeling, chance for opportunity to come to each and everybody. Cause everybody's worth it. Everybody's got that special spark within their soul. Hopefully they come to realize to know that they're 1 in a billion, yo, 1 in a trillion. Yes, they are. So heart strong, living long, making the most of moments. Healing you, healing me. Come on now, come on, people, trusting, believing in, feeling the love again. What's it all about? What's up? I said, what's it all about? What's up? I said, what's it all about? What's up? The golden age, youthful.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Thanks.
That's gonna be. I feel like that's gonna be an easy one to do stuff too.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of. I can't snap. I don't know why I'm trying. I don't know how to snap. But it's just right on. Like everything kind of seems like it's right on the, not on the beat, but just one of those things. Like, oh, as you're doing it, it's like I can kind of hear the drum parts kind of coming out.
Yeah.
Which is not always the case, but it's like, oh, hey, look at that. Like, I was not expecting the rap portion, like that portion of the rhyming or whatever you want to call it. I was like, oh, that. The first one I was like, oh, I didn't expect that. That's not what I expected to happen right there. Because sometimes it's like a breakdown or something. I was like, no, it is a breakdown, but it's a vocal one. It's got a good, like, it grabs you. It's like a hook, almost,
thanks.
you know.
Yeah.
Which is what you need in a song nowadays. You need something to grab people.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff out there. So.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a simple one, right? Well, not a simple one, but a lot easier than some of the stuff that comes across my desk.
Oh, okay.
I'll import some session data real quick. No, not out of there. What is his name? And why is it not marked? Not 11, 7. No, that's it. Drums. I'm gonna make my life a little easier and kind of import some just some tracks to have just in case we need them. Acoustic, guitar. If I find the solo guy, I'll bring it in. Do not import. It's always a problem. It always wants to bring in files from other sessions. I tell it, no, but I forget sometimes. Cool. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Oh, thanks.
I was not I was a little, not quite taken back, but just not quite expecting. Oh, hey, that's this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I get that a lot, where stuff is just it's the same thing over and over again, and you're like, oh yeah, it's just the same thing, and then it gets something like, oh wait a minute, we're doing something different.
Yeah.
Yay, different.
Cool. That was a good vocal take too. Like,
Thanks.
That was very clean, very just
Okay. Yeah.
straight off the board. Do you want to keep kind of working on that song, or do you want to kind of get the vocals for for the other ones as well? Or it's up to you. I just kind of want to
Okay.
find a direction that we could go.
Okay.
I asked a really hard question. I know. It's like, where do you want to go? Oh crap! I was not in think.
I guess you do the other vocals too.
Okay. Yeah. What's the other song that you wanted, or the third song, I guess, or do you just want to do Party Night and this one tonight, or you want to say Party Night for another time?
Maybe Party Night Friend.
Okay, that's fair.
The next one is it's called Here Today.
Okay. But not tomorrow, just today. Cool. Imagine, is it kind of the same tempo, or do you want to just kind of feel it out?
It's I've been told a time or two to count your blessings every day.
That feels 120.
Or maybe we could just work on Golden Age U4.
We could just work on that. We can work on that too.
Okay,
Yeah, we could
let's
probably
do
spend.
that.
I'll leave that. I'll leave them marked here in case we, we get the inkling to come back to them. Sometimes that happens. You're like, I want to go back to that one. I got an idea. I do that myself. It's like, okay, cool. I got an idea. Okay, so drums.
Notice that all of my music, I relate it to myself, and I hope people can relate to it.
No, I
I
feel
don't
like
point any song at anybody. I just like it's what I perceive.
I feel like a lot of music is that way.
Okay, you're right.
Like it's like, yeah, I wrote this. What was it that Taylor Swift had all those breakup songs because she was like dating people and breaking up all the time.
Right.
It was like, well, that does relate to a lot of people because that does happen. But
Yeah.
but it's like, yeah, it's all written about these different guys that you dated. Or what was it? There was Semi Charmed Kind of Life, that song. It was actually written about doing drugs, like how he was trying to get off doing drugs because he was looking for something that he thought the drugs were providing, but it wasn't. It was something else. So he's like trying to figure out life. And I was like, I didn't get that in that song at all. But now that you say that, I do get it. You know, there's just things that pop out of songs that you're like, I didn't think about that. Because I was listening to it in this different light, different thing. So, cool.
I was noticing too with one of my songs that played last night on the radio. It was My Hero, My Dad, and paid a lot of money to do that in the studio, but I've noticed that like the vocals, like the bass and the treble aren't like, I don't know, something.
Like there's a gap between them almost.
Something's like, I'm like, really?
I don't remember sounding so low or so high at the same time.
But with taking it back, we did. I don't know, like I think 12 different times we ran through it, and then or else there must have been 6. Or like, do you like 1? Okay, do you like
Okay,
2
like
better or 3
Yeah, like
better?
this part from 1, this
Or
part
4?
from 2.
Maybe there were 4.
Yeah,
4 different ones.
4. I really like the chorus in 4, but I hate it in 3. So let's, you know.
I think it was just 4 times that we did it,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Do you like the first time? Okay, here's the second. Here's the third, fourth."
Right.
I said third. Okay.
Yeah, there's
So we pieced it together, and it sounded decent.
Right.
With the one we just did one take, and it sounded really good. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it can happen. There's something I don't really like to piece things together if I don't have to.
Right.
Just because sometimes it doesn't sound natural, or you're just
Right.
like, I don't remember singing that. And there's an artist I worked with. We did one song here. He's not really coming back to record. I just kind of gave him a song to give him a song. I was hoping that he comes back. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because he wrote really good stuff, but there's a portion of the song where they're playing slide guitar, and I actually didn't like the last performance that they chose, so I actually chopped the beginning out of the one right before it and threw it in there. You couldn't tell, but there's times where you do that and you're like, it sounds different than the ending. Why does it sound so different?
Right.
It's because it's actually 2 different performances
Okay.
pieced together. I hear it on the radio every so often with vocals and stuff where I'm like, okay, you can tell that the chorus and the verse are 2 different performances.
Right.
There are 2 different things happening, which is okay, can happen, but you can almost hear like that edit in there, like of where they blend, and that drives me nuts.
Yeah.
The mass population's not going to hear it, but for me, I hear it because it's what I do. I look at this stuff all the time, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. Or auto-tune's the other one. I'm like, yep, they auto-tune this. and my daughter was like, how can you tell, Dad? I'm like, you can hear the digital artifacting that's happening as the notes are being corrected in this one part. And she's like, really? Yeah, listen. And you can hear it go up and then go back down, but it wasn't performed that way. So you shoved them that direction.
Right.
And sometimes that happens. I don't really like to tune vocals if I don't have to, especially if you sing it that way and that's the way you want it. It may not be right to me, but it's right for the song and it's right for you.
Right.
Song's king, you know, that's what we do. So, especially songwriters like, oh yeah, I didn't like how that performed, but I like how the song sounds, you know. Leave it. Move on to the next thing. So yeah. Same kind of instrumentation on all these songs, like these drums and guitar, bass,
I don't know.
keyboards, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of feel it out, maybe.
Keyboard, bass, guitar, drums. And, I like the mandolin. I'm more on the country sounds.
Yeah, no, I like mandolin. I have a buddy who plays mandolin, and I try to get him in here all the time, but he plays a lot in other bands, unfortunately. So he's always. Oh, and then he works. He works for Walker Lawnmowers.
Okay.
He's one of their sales reps. So he's like, there's times where he's like, I'm just going. Like this time of year, he's a little less busy, but in the summertime when I'm like, hey, could you go play mandolin on this track? He's like, I would love to, but I can't because I'm in Milwaukee selling lawnmowers today. What's the name of this song?
If we could go through Golden Age Youthful, I think I have a beat.
Okay.
And,
I'm just gonna write some of this down here so I don't forget.
yeah.
Especially if it's like, oh yeah, we'd like, you know, mandolin, of course. Project. Some drums. In the drums, like mandolin's kind of mandolin. It's gonna do what it's. It can be really fast or really slow.
Right.
Like mandolin, there's not a whole lot in between. It's either you're really picking really fast or it's just kind of, you know, chunking along with everything. It's kind of there's some solo parts, but drums though, you want more like brushes, or do you want like more like a driving like thing where it's like full sticks and kind of.
I'm not for the music. I'm not looking for
That's why I asked questions, so I can kind of
right.
I can weed out the things that I have in my head and how I feel about it. But
I'm looking for a 2026 sound.
okay, that's really hard to say.
I know.
Since we just started. I actually have that. You're the first person to tell me that this year.
Oh, really?
I'm looking for a sound for 2026. I'm like, really? That's awesome, actually. Because yeah, no one's asked me that before. Actually, I didn't even get a lot of that last year. I want it to sound like 2025. Like dumpster fire. Got it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But what
More
kinda,
like it is what it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's like what it is. But in that sound, like
I would seriously like to do like up to the ages album sometime, like the 20s, 30s, 40s.
oh, that would be a lot of fun, actually. Yeah, like,
Each song, each era.
Yeah, that's. I got a guy who's I'm working with, and all of his songs are animals.
Okay. Okay.
Each song is an animal.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, it could work up through the ages, start in the 20s and then of 1920s and work through the last 100 years.
Right.
Could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
It'd be really interesting, like recording wise too, because you could take it to the extent of like, okay, in the 20s we're going to record like they did in the 1920s.
Right.
We're only going to record it like we did in the 1930s, and move. You could deep dive in that one real far.
Sounds like it's from the 70s.
Yeah, like
Well,
I've done stuff like that. Like,
there,
okay,
but
drums.
I made it like
Yeah, we're gonna record it in the 70s. Okay, 4 mics on the kick drum or 4 mics on the drum set. Got it. So yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, but instrumentation on the drums, like just a kick and snare type thing groove, or like kick and snare and hi hat, or
I don't know.
just kind of feel it out. Which is also fair, Obviously, we don't want like a metal feel, which I can't do anyways. I have metal players that come in here and I watch them play. I'm like, I can't do that. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I can't play like what you're doing. It's far too technical. Okay. Bass and guitar. Kind of feel drums out a little bit. Kind of see how they land. Maybe some keyboards. Hold on, you want me like with the keyboard stuff, like piano and organ, or just like straight piano? Like what side of country do you want to land on? Because there's like the pop stuff that's kind of
Let me think
interesting.
about it and get back to you.
That's fine.
Okay.
Because there are some people where they're like, no, I don't want it to sound. I want it to sound like Nashville country, where it's like piano and organ and like the traditional stuff. Which I'm like, that's awesome. A little harder to do in Colorado because we're not in Nashville.
Right.
I don't have those players here. I wish I did. I have a buddy who plays guitar, and I send him tracks. He lives in Nashville. I'm like, hey man, I played this drum beat to this song. Could you lay me some electric guitar, acoustic guitar down? And he'll do the Nashville thing, and then he'll send it back to me.
Yeah.
But it takes like a week or two for him to get back to me, because he's also in many bands and playing around, and he's like, yeah, I'll just do it in my off time, when I get home at night after doing whatever, I was like, cool, just send me like 3 different samples so I kind of pick and choose if I need to. And he's like, yeah, absolutely.
I have someone in Vegas who does that too. He did the track to Take Me Back.
Right.
And I sent him just a guitar vocal and,
Right.
and the whole accompaniment for it.
Yeah,
Sent
the
it
whole
back.
arrangement. And
Yeah.
He
Oh
just
my
does
God,
it. He just does guitars for me. I just
Okay,
just
cool.
like I don't need drums, man. I've got a couple drummers that I actually work with a guy where he comes in and plays drums. I have him. He's actually my boss at one of the venues I work at. Or I'm like, hey, could you come in and play drums on this? He's like, sure, you know. And he does. He's a very he's a much more. I want to say he's more talented than I am because most people are. Or at least I think so. But yeah, he did a track not too long ago for me. But he did it. He was on vacation and he did it. He actually did it on vacation. I was like, dude, don't do it when you're on vacation. That's your time. But it turned out great.
Oh.
So drums, bass guitar, acoustic guitar.
For what song?
For a song we're working on for Golden Age.
I kind of went to.
You know, the Telecaster twang thing. Which
No.
some people are like, I want to go country. And I want to be like, oh, 90s.
I don't know. I don't know how to label the song really. And it changes.
Imagine that changes for like when you do the rap
Yeah.
portion. I imagine that's a different.
Can we try it? Just play the vocal and I can do that.
Yeah.
And that way, and then we can follow that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna mute our click track here because it's who wants to hear click, 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 click all the time.
Heart strong, living long, making the most of moments. Healing you, healing me. Come on now, come on, people. Trusting, believing in, feeling the love again. What's it all about? What's up? The golden age, youthful, heart strong, living long, making the most of moments. Healing you, healing me. Come on now, come on, people. Trusting, believing in, feeling the love again. What's it all about? What's up? The golden age, youthful. Yo, never oh ever was a moment so right as the days of the earth, skies bright. It's the world of love, it's the world of change. What world is that? Yo, earth. Give a chance to be, chance to love, chance to find true feeling, chance for opportunity to come to each and everybody. Cause everybody's worth it. Everybody's got that special spark within their soul. Hopefully they come to realize to know that they're one in a billion, yo, one in a trillion. Yes, they are. So heart strong, living long, making the most of moments. Healing you, healing me. Come on now, come on, people, trusting, believing in, feeling the love again. What's it all about? What's up? The golden age, youthful. Yo, never oh ever was a moment so right as the days of the earth, skies bright. It's the world of love, it's the world of change. What world is that? Yo, earth. Give a chance to be, chance to love, chance to find true feeling, chance for opportunity to come to each and everybody. Cause everybody's worth it. Everybody's got that special spark within their soul. Hopefully they come to realize to know that they're one in a billion, yo, one in a trillion. Yes, they are. So heart strong, living long, making the most of moments. Healing you, healing me. Come on now, come on, people, trusting, believing in, feeling the love again. What's it all about? What's up? I said, what's it all about? What's up? I said, what's it all about? What's up? The golden age, youthful.
Oh, I mean that.
What do you? Is the tempo too fast? Or is it?
I don't think it's too fast.
Okay.
I think it feels right, depending on what. Well, depends on what you want to do per se.
Is it impressive that I can rap that fast?
Actually, it is. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't know if you've heard like some of these guys that just like Eminem. You hear him rap, and I'm like, I can't. I could. I like to sing along to his songs, and I'm like, yeah. He gets to a point where I'm like, I can't keep up with it. Like I can't do it. I have a guy who does hip hop production for me. He lives in Johnstown. He comes in and does stuff here from time to time, but usually we're bouncing stuff back and forth.
Okay.
And we could meet. Sometimes we meet up for coffee and just do stuff like that. But anyways, his stuff's not even like that fast. Like the stuff that he produces and he does as an artist, because he's also a hip hop artist.
Okay.
He's a hip hop artist and producer and marketer. He does all my marketing. I does some of my marketing. What AI doesn't do, he does the rest. And he's like, yeah, I can't do that fast. I'm like you couldn't do like the super fast stuff. He's like, I've tried, it doesn't work for me, because it's not who I am, and it's not what I do.
Right.
But it is impressive. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, regardless of anything that was done tonight, it is impressive. And staying on tempo too, because a lot of guys will do that and they'll drift. Not a ton, but they'll kind of swing, kind of in and out of that pocket of timing, which is sometimes cool, sometimes not. Makes it really hard when we want to put a beat to it though.
Yeah.
And you're like, but I keep. What was it? I was doing a song and we did hip hop drums, did live drums, and I just did kick and snare and some hi hat stuff. And there's a spot where there's like a breakdown, and they were doing it. They were swinging in and out of that tempo, and I just kept the tempo with the drums to the metronome. And they're like, "Man, the drums are out of time." I'm like, "No, drums aren't out of time." Like, I know they're not out of time because you can hear them on the 1 and the 4 with the metronome. He's like, "No, the metronome's wrong." I'm like, "Dude, the metronome doesn't change. It's robotic. It doesn't change unless I change it, or we have a software glitch that I don't know about, And we played it back, and he's like, "Oh no, man, I'm sorry. It's me. I did go in and out of timing there. I'm sorry, man. It's fine as long as we know where it's at. We can fix it. If it's everything that's out of time, then you don't know where to start. You're like, well, drums are out of time, the metronome's out of time, you're out of time. The little bass loop that you used is also out of time. It's like, where does it all begin?"
Let's do the vocals again.
Okay.
The same tempo.
Okay, you want to do it with the metronome on as well?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll mute that.
Thank you.
I'm going to keep those because that was...
Okay.
That could come in handy, or it's just one of those things where you like that vibe.
Or we could pick either one or two. Like
Yeah, you can do that and be like, "Oh yeah, I like..."
But thank you. I want to start ding 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 ding.
So that's kind of the intro.
Ding ding ding. Yeah.
Okay.
And it comes in the I think
Okay, yeah.
I think with my volume with the beginning, I'd like to back off a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get any closer than the pop filter, but you can definitely get further away. So.
But yeah, just build up a little bit more, and then into the rap.
That'd be kind of cool.
Okay.
So the intro is kind of that beat, and it's like maybe 4. You might not know this. Maybe like 8 bars of an intro type thing, and then you kind of come in. Is that kind of what I'm understanding a little bit? Okay. Might be more than 8. Could be 12. Could be.
Okay.
Could be. I doubt it's 4. That's really quick.
Maybe it's 8. Dun 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 dun. Heart strong, living long.
That sounded like 8.
8.
That sounded like 8.
It was 8.
My count might be a little off, but we can call it 8 and go from there. Unless you're a DJ and it's like, yeah, it's 6.5. You're like, okay. So.
What you said was right.
I think it sounded like 8.
Or does it sound better to come in after later?
So in that intro, could be cool. This is just a little bit further out thinking. Be cool if you had like drums that beat. Maybe the drum beat is just that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just that. Dun,
It brings
dun,
it in,
dun.
yeah.
And then maybe something of.
Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah, something. Maybe a tom fill. That little thing is tom. This doom, 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 and then you carry on with the beat while you're singing it. That could be something.
Yep.
And I might, I don't know, yeah, something like that. And then it's doom, 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 doom. It keeps going on.
Yeah.
Could be cool.
Okay, cool.
Who knows? I could be completely wrong.
You're good.
Or it's like, yeah, we'll do that and bass. with that, and then it comes in. You know.
Tricky things.
You're right. You're right. I don't know what tricky things means. What's that?
No, but you actually came in on bar number. Am I looking at bar? No, I'm looking at seconds. No, I'm sorry. You came in at not what I thought it was. Never mind. Ignore the man behind the curtain. Cool. Turn that off. Okay, I'm. Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Ding ding ding, heart strong, living long, making the most of moments, healing you, healing me. Come on now, come on, people. I like the first vocal. Okay, we'll go with that.
That's fine. Sometimes you're like, I don't like to do it again, and then you do it. And no, no. What I did was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I want to find where for. Oh, I hit the wrong button. That's why. Oh, it's in slip. I don't want to slip along. Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 8, please. I can spell. Spelling's tricky, man. I don't care who you are. It's a tricky thing. Slip mode. Just gonna kind of. Come in exactly on that bar, please.
Hot.
Thank you.
You're
By
welcome.
the way.
Oh, you're welcome. That doesn't feel like an 8 count. Why is that? I did bars, not count.
Sounds like a xylophone.
Oh, how did I do that? Hoping that's the sound of a mouse caught in a trap. I have a wintertime. I have a slight mouse problem that picks up,
So we
and I hate it because I can never find where they come in the
caught
house.
4 the other night.
I've
It was a
sit-
glue trap.
Yeah, that's what I use. I have around the back side of the room and around this entire room are glue traps, and you'll hear them get caught in it sometimes, or you'll hear them where they're stuck somewhere and they don't know what to do. You'll hear them squeaking, like, what? Or they usually you'll hear them when they get caught because they just screech. But yeah, glue traps have been great. But I've caught 12.
Oh.
Well, not in one time. It's been over since like September. I've caught 12. Like There's one day where I caught like 3, and then one, caught a couple out in the garage, which I'm like, that's the garage. That's kind of a given. But I can't seem to figure out where they are or where they're coming from. And Colorado, you can't poison mice anymore. It's illegal. Not illegal to poison. It's just poison itself. They kind of outlawed a little bit because other animals' dogs were eating it, and
Oh.
it was making them sick, and so they kind of were like, we're gonna get rid of the, no more of that. And I could be down here by myself, working all day long and not hear a single mouse, not see a single mouse. I have someone come over to record mice. I'm like, what's the deal here, guys? Okay. So, if I did my math right, I should have a 12 bar, not just for my own thing, 12 count. Not 12 bars, 12 count. Yep.
Heart strong, living long, making the most.
Back there, please.
Heart strong.
Yeah, that's right.
Heart strong, living long, making the most of moments. Healing you, healing me. Come on now, come on, people. Trusting, believing in, feeling the love again. What's it all about? What's up? The golden age.
Cool. I did do that right. Sometimes math and me don't work out, and sometimes the grid doesn't work out either. Okay. I just gave myself a little bit of a little extra bar, so when I start recording, I'm just like, well, I think we're there. It's like, okay, drums, come in on bar 1. Nope. Happens, unfortunately, where I get things wrong. Cool. With this song, the beat that you did, that you were playing a minute ago on your phone, the,
Of course, it would fit the vocal key it's in.
yeah,
Maybe it's a
I was
little-
thinking, I was just listening more for the beat, not necessarily the key that
Okay.
it's in.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I was trying to think, like, okay, because that could be doing that beat could be numerous things. It could be drums doing it. It could be drums and bass doing it. It could be just straight up bass doing the, which I don't by any means call myself a bass player, or even say that I play bass because I really don't. They're like, you play bass? I know 3 chords. I'm not a bass player. I didn't learn.
Cool.
I didn't learn to
don't
play
really
bass.
know 3 chords.
Yeah, I know more on guitar than I do on bass for sure.
Okay.
I know, but I also know less of guitar than I do drums. I know drums more than I know guitar. It kind of trickles down to the things that I know. It's like drums, and then a little bit of guitar, and then a little bit of bass and keyboards. And even keyboards is just like, I can hold a note, and then I can transition from that note to the next one. That's it. Like, wait, did you play Mozart? No. Yeah, because do you do that for the entire song?
Yeah.
I was just curious because I was like, well, maybe I could steal it from you and drop it in and use it as a as a guide, but
It's just those two. Yeah, those two. And it goes back to the first one.
nice thing is since it goes back to that, this song is like we probably could do each section just once and then
Okay.
copy and paste
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
because that does work that way sometimes. Where
Okay.
it's, it takes a little more editing because you gotta fade. As long as it's the same performance,
Right.
it's fine. No one's gonna know, but there just some fade editing and stuff like that happens.
Yeah.
Because you do that. The choruses. Are there choruses in this song? Or is that kind of rap kind of the chorus?
I don't know, but the structure that I put it in, it got a nominee. So I'm like, all right.
Cool.
Then.
We got nominated.
We got
Cool.
it.
Now we gotta make it real.
Yeah.
Awesome. How do we do that?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been there before. Like, what did we do to make this song great? There's a couple songs where people have asked me. So yeah.
Again, that was just a vocal too that I sent in.
Yeah.
Just like that. And they nominated it. So I'm like, I gotta put these two now.
Yeah, there's a couple songs that we've done over the years where they're like, so. I did a podcast where they were asking me. They listened to some songs. I was on the podcast, and they're like, "So, what did you do to this one song to make it sound that way?" I'm like, "Dude, that was like 10 years ago. I don't even remember recording the song, let alone what I did on it. We did. Obviously, I recorded it. My name was on it. I remember mixing it, but the recording portion, I don't remember everything that we did.
Right. These days, there's like acapella now, and there's the barbershop, and there's other stuff. So I'm like, well, they just like it as it was. Do they now want music added to it?
That's a tricky one where you're like, well, do they want something to it? If I add something to it, is it gonna like get undone? You know?
But the one that won was Party Night,
Uh-huh.
and that was just the vocal.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I submitted a lot of songs, and they said, out of all these songs, we like Party Night.
Right.
But with what you've shown us, this was on a national level. With what you've shown us, you are with the certificate. They said you are completely competent in the field of songwriting. I'm like, thank you.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm not crazy.
No.
Yeah, I've gotten a few of those where I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm doing, and they're like, oh, so yeah, the album we've worked on has been nominated for Album of the Year. Like, okay, so I'm not a complete idiot. Awesome. I'm not. We didn't win, but at least shows that I did something, and somebody liked it somewhere.
In my acceptance speech, I said, I'm so grateful for this because I've been writing music now as a songwriter for 25 years, and I thanked my dad because he had passed away, and I said this is for my dad, and so that was nice to be able to say that and say his name in that theater. It was at the CMA Theater in Nashville.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple times.
I was like, oh wow. And the seats weren't assigned, but they asked me, would you like to sit in front? I said, okay.
Yeah, sure.
This must mean something good.
Yeah, that's
They're like, okay, it's Jeremiah. So put him in the front.
Yeah, we got the band I was with got nominated at the CMAs for like up and coming stuff, and they're like, yeah, where do you want to sit in the theater? I'm like, I really don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just glad to be here.
Right.
You could sit me up there at the very top of the nosebleed, and I would not care. It'd be cool to sit down front, but I'm also fine if you just sit me somewhere. I'm a no-name. There's people here much more famous, much more prestige, and so they set me down. There's a balcony, I think. I'm trying to remember because it's been a while since I've been there. But they ended up where they ended up sitting me was like about middle of the room. I'm like, okay, cool, this is fine.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I told them my name when I came in. They said, I'm fine to sit wherever. I ended up sitting on the right-hand side, but then they came down to me and they said, would you like to sit in front? After I'd already found the seat. I'm like, all right.
I did. It's right here.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, I'm good. Yeah, they kind of did the same thing there. It was like, yeah, we don't have an assigned seat for you. Just kind of pick one that's open.
Cool.
I'm like, okay, well, being an audio person, I'd like to sit in the middle of the room. And they're like, okay, yeah, just go pick one out over there. And they did, so I picked one out where I was like,
I thought was great. And they're like, well, you can't sit there.
Oh.
I was like, that was unassigned. Like, no, we have a better seat for you. You could sit there, but we actually have a better seat that
Oh,
you
that's
might like.
cool.
So they ended up sitting us next to Ned Ledoux
Oh.
and all of his family. And I was like, you look familiar. And we got to talking, and he's like, yeah, I write music. Been playing for a long time, you know. My dad played music, like, totally nonchalant, everything. And then they got nominated for something. And they came up, or they won something, and they came up on stage. And I was like, oh, I know who you were. But it was weird. They were like, yeah, you can't sit there. Why can't I sit here? Like, it's perfectly fine. No, we have a better seat for you. But that's crazy. They're like, yeah, you can sit in the front row if you want. That's crazy. Yeah. Stories that are told. I do want to write a record that's called that. Stories that are told, and it's just stories. People's stories.
The certificate didn't say complete competency. It said you have competency in the field of songwriting. That sounds...
Same thing. Yeah,
I think I told it wrong.
It's fine.
But,
yeah,
I didn't think
same
it-
thing to me. It's
I
like,
didn't
hey,
think...
it's been right.
You're right. But from that, I haven't really gotten any offers yet. I got one guy in, he lives in Georgia. He's 17. He wanted to, his father came up to me and he said, well, what's it going to take to write with you? I said, oh, just ask. He said, okay, we'll reach
It really
out.
doesn't take much.
We'll reach out. I said, okay, sounds good. That was cool. But he won, like, Teen Artist of the Year.
That's interesting. Yeah, I've never had people reach out like, hey, I want to write with you. No, I've never done it. It's like, hey, we need something done, and you're the most convenient.
Oh.
So, how about you come? I'm like, okay. It's interesting. Okay, cool. You want me to try to do something with drums tonight? Where do you want to move forward with this? Whatever you're comfortable with, obviously.
I'm not quite sure what, like, with the ding, 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 ding. It sounds very Orient, I think. The Orient.
That sounds what you're replicating right now does.
Yeah. I like that sound, but I don't. That's
Sounds almost like a bass groove to me. It's
bass
what
groove?
I'm hearing.
Okay, bass groove.
That's just what I'm hearing now, but it could be
bass.
it could be anything really.
No, the bass. No.
But it does. It sound to me. It does. It sounds like someone playing, boom, boom.
Okay.
And maybe even like the drums are kind of following
Yes.
that same rhythm. My brain has slowly lost track of thought there for a second. Yeah, something like that. That's following that groove. Like that's the groove of the song. It doesn't have to be that sound. Well, it could be. I really wanted it to be. I've heard weirder.
I don't want it to be weird.
I've heard stranger things where like, yeah, we want this thing to be the groove of the sound.
Oh.
You want a marimba in a punk rock song? Really? They're like, yeah, it's really cool. And then once it all gets mixed together, I'm like, well, you guys are right. You're right. That was the thing. Did not think about it that way, but you're right. That did make the track.
But you're right. Probably.
Something like that bass.
I'm not of the Orient. Probably a bass. I respect the Orient, though.
I'm trying to think. Do I know anybody who plays any Oriental instruments? I don't think I do.
Okay.
I've worked with people who do, but I don't know anybody locally that does. So. Maybe if I were to go to one of the colleges, like, hey, you guys got anybody like in your music theory classes? You got anybody who plays like what is that thing in India? It looks like a weird guitar, but it's got. You know what I'm talking. It looks like a big gourd. It's long. It has a weird name, and it's really hard to play. I can't remember what it's called, but I don't know anybody who plays them, so neither here nor there. But yeah, something like a bass that would follow that groove, or bass and drums could also fall, because those two things do link together common. It's like bass drum and kick drum, or bass drum
and bass guitar, those two things kind of tend to follow the same groove.
Okay.
A little bit, not quite 100%, but they do lock together. Like, there's a pocket that they follow. Everything else kind of falls around that. Guitars could. mm, I think guitar would be kind of weird following that rhythm, but it could maybe every so often strum or something. Not during the rapping portion. That I've in my mind, you can totally veto my whole thought process here. But it's like have have the more.
No, I'm fine.
No, it's fine. But you kind of get the final say. It's your song. I can just kind of put into it what I think. Uh, but it could be that the verses where you're singing, we'll call them verses where you're singing there, is kind of like more like there's a lot more instruments happening there, and then when the rap portion comes in, it's just maybe a few. It's or fewer. Maybe it's you know it, it's all different things to think about because.
What I
But-
meant was I'm grateful.
Oh no, no,
Yeah.
I understand, but
Okay.
but I also like people are like, oh no, you're the final say. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I just put into what I can say. I'm helping you steer your song in the direction that you want it, because sometimes you just don't know how you want it. You know, it's like, yeah, I want to go. I want to ride a roller coaster. I have no idea how it goes up and down and all around, but I still enjoy the ride. You know. So yeah, was kind of a thought process there. Actually had a thought of oh, buttons are not my friend today. Steering wheel. Sure, that's not what I wanted. That. What are you? Mexican key. Mexican key? What I want? Oh, this is the right email for this.
I'm sending my sister the dress.
Oh, to here?
Yeah.
Let me know if you need help with that or not. Some, because there is, if you type in Fort Collins, you'll end up at a greenery. I've had a few, people are like, so, I'm at your house, but it's not a house, it's a greenery. It's a garden greenery. I'm like, are you in Loveland or Fort Collins? They took us to Fort Collins. I'm like, okay, that, I'm sorry, that doesn't exist. Let's see.
That song called Life. And some people are like, what, say la vie? I'm like, no.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
Not that.
Like, nope, that's not what I meant.
That's not what I meant. I didn't mean oh well. Oh well.
This is not the thing that I wanted. I like this piece of software, but
Even with my lyrics, well instead, I mean well as in healthy.
right.
They're like, what? I don't know what it is. Like, I'm listening to the radio because my song's about to play.
Right.
The DJ says, well, and if I get caught in something, I'm like, what
Like,
was that?
What was, yeah.
I didn't do anything to him, do I? Like,
I-
maybe
I
it's just me.
I didn't do it, I swear. This isn't going to do what I want.
Like, well isn't healthy.
Right. Yeah, there's so many different ways you can use words, and
I know,
people are like,
I know.
what? And I'm like, that's not what I meant.
I hope only good words are directed at me, though, during this time, because it's, like, I'm still, like, 2026, what's it about? And like,
I think the whole world's trying to figure that one out. They're trying to figure out, is it going to be a dumpster fire like 2025, like the last 5 years has been, or is it going to be a new 5 years? One quick question: could you send me or airdrop that that thing, just so I have it in here, the little groove thing that you were kind of doing with your voice on that, just to kind of, because even if you leave, I can kind of continue working on something, kind of like, hey, here, what do you think of this? Because every so often I get like this weird idea like at midnight. So I just come down here and I just lay the idea down because I don't want to forget it. And then I listen to it the next morning and I'm like, that's not the one I thought it was.
I don't know if I have the timing of when to wrap. But
I just kind of want the beat to kind of, the groove to kind of think of, I can make it work with what I got here. I just want to make sure I can.
What's the email?
Fox and Robyn, FOXANDROBYN, I think we have a thread somewhere that we were emailing
right.
through a
Yep, I
while
got it.
back.
I got it.
I can never remember, but
Yep.
no, it's not what I wanted. I can go back up there. Thank you. Oh, no problem. I've come to realize that I'm kind of grateful for all the artists I've gotten to work with over the last year. I set out to work with 50 new artist bands, whatever, last year, and I hit that by like June, and I was like, what? I thought this would be like over the period of a year I would work with new people, and by June hit, I was like, this is crazy. All these new people that I've gotten to meet, and I'm very grateful for all of them. That's better than Captain Quartz. Probably not. Really? That's interesting. Believe that I forgot to do that this late.
I'm grateful too.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year. It's been fun to work with a bunch of different people. Back to sleep. Sure, why not? Yeah. So you'd kind of talked about the other songs that you've done, like Storybook, My Hero, all those songs that you did.
So it would be
But turning them into like an album would be really easy because they're mostly there. He sent me all of the Pro Tools files, so I can open them and do whatever.
okay. Great.
But
Yeah.
then we can also take them and and remix them, like mix them. To be honest, I was listening to one of them. When was it? Fairly recent. I can't remember exactly when it was. And I was like, there's not much like tonality. Like I don't have to like go in and like, oh, re-EQ this and redo this thing and edit here. It's like, well, it's already been done. It's just kind of like maybe rebalance a little bit. Some like maybe, because he took everything that he did, all his plugins, he took all of them off. So it's just the straight tracks. There's no plugins or anything like that. Which was not what I was anticipating when he sent me files. I was like, oh, he'll send me like a folder full of stems, you know, with all that kind of baked in already. Yeah.
Did he send you stems?
No, he sent me the full-on sessions. He sent me, it was a whole on everything that he'd done.
Oh.
It's like when I open up, all the automation is already there. All of the tracks are there. All of the, well, there's actually some of them where
the MIDI file was there. Luckily, he named the instrument, so I had to go back and kind of find, like, okay, this is a drum thing. Okay, I gotta go find a drum player that will play the MIDI drums to this, stuff. There's some of that stuff that I've had to kind of go through and figure out. Like, okay, what did he use here? Okay, this is a drum file. Cool, we'll put whatever drum. He may have used a different drum sampler. I'll put what I have on there. So that'll change it a little bit because the sounds will be a little bit like if it's a MIDI thing, and it's a little bit like if you use a piano, but I use a different piano sound player, whatever it is, that's playing that MIDI, it'll sound a little bit different because it's just a little bit different piece of software. But it won't change drastically. It might change a little bit. And it might change drastically in some aspects. Not timing, just like, oh yeah, I remember that piano being brighter or something. It's like it's got more attack to it, and this one's more muted. Things like that might change, but it's easy to fix if it's not right. But then there's a lot of audio and a lot of the guitars and stuff like sounded great. I was like, these sound fine. Like these guitar parts sound great. I don't have to do anything to them. The vocals sound fine. It's just a balancing act. But some of the balancing has also been done. So it probably wouldn't take very long to do all 6 songs. You're probably looking at a month. A month's time of all those songs put together, or less. A month might be a little long. It might be a little less because there's some stuff that's done.
Just hit print and we're good. And there's some. Nope. I want to say there's some where he actually sent me what was mixed. He was a very interesting fella to talk with. I'll give you that. No, not that. Rendered files. Not rendered files. Because there's somewhere it's like, yeah, he definitely did a bounce or something of a song. Yeah, like That's Life. There's a bunch of different versions of that song actually already mixed and ready to go. But then there's ones like All of My Life. There's nothing.
So it's kind of like some stuff's done, some stuff's not. He seemed very confused when I talked to him. He's like, I thought the album was already released. And I was like, I can't answer that for you. So I was just told to get these files from you. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, here you go. They'll be up for a week. And then I'm pulling them back off because I don't have space in my hard. In his Google Drive, he sent them to me. He's like, my Google Drive doesn't have enough space to keep them all. So they'll be up for a week. And then I'm pulling them. So I downloaded them within like a day of him putting them up. So yeah, they disappeared since then. But yeah, like it'd be a very quick process essentially. If it was one of the things like I sat down and only had them for a week, I probably could get it done in a week. Okay. Unfortunately, I have 2 other projects I'm working on right now as well.
Yeah, I kind of just wanted to see, like, what kind of price range? Because there's another guy from the Fort Collins area I work with at Costco. He also does work at a studio, and so I was trying to get a little estimate.
Yeah, for me it would probably be somewhere in that probably $300 to $400 range because there's not much I have to do. Right. A lot of it's kind of already been done. Like you open up the song, when I opened up the stuff, I was like, oh, it's probably just bare tracks. Like no, it's all like this is here. Okay. Here's MIDI line. Here's automation lines for everything that's already kind of been done. It's just recreating some of those sounds because, like I said, when he sent the sessions, and you open up the session, all the plugins are gone. They're just empty. So it's like you kind of have to reinvent the wheel a little bit, but not quite to full extent of like, oh yeah, we're creating a whole new thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it would be something like that. $300 to $400 is usually something I would do to recreate a mix, especially if it's something that's all I have to do is kind of tweak it a little bit to make it more whatever the current time is, you know. You want someone more updated or just recreating things that were taken out because someone got mad and decided when they sent everything that they were going to take everything off. You know, some mixers get that way where they're like, nope, you don't. The older school guys were definitely that way when I started. They were like, no, you can't know what I've done. It's a secret. So when they'd send stuff to people, they just strip they'd strip everything that they did out of it. So you're just getting raw stuff. And now it's like everybody's kind of more open about like, yeah, I do this thing. This is what I do to this thing, you know, and it's less tight. There's still some of those old school guys out there that are like, nope, you can't know what I did. Like, well, I'd really like to know what you did because it would help me help this artist get the rest of their stuff sounding similar, you know, or I don't have to take the guesswork out of it for me.
Oh, there it is. Just waiting for that to come through. I'll download that.
Yeah, that sounds.
But that's kind of what you're looking at.
Maybe a little less, a little more. It just depends on. Some of it depends on urgency. It's like, I need it tomorrow. I'm like, okay, well, that's a little different. I mean, I'm going to be up all night, and I don't want to be up all night. You know? I have a few artists that do that to me from time to time. We want it by Tuesday. It is Sunday, bro. Like, I can get it done, but it's going to, you know, it's like expediting your mail. Like, yeah, you can get it tomorrow. You know, you can get it overnight, but it's going to cost more.
If it's something where I know it's less, it's a little bit different. Today's date.
Again, I'm very grateful.
Oh no, it's been great. Especially hearing what you did tonight was very. Oh, there's a word for it, and I'll come around to it eventually.
Surprising, for one, because I didn't expect what came out of your mouth to come out of your mouth. Not that it was bad. It was just, it's like, oh, he's rapping. Okay, that's not what we've worked on in the past. Okay, now you've got my attention. You'll hook me into what the rest of the song's gonna do.
Cool.
Yeah, I heard that and I was like, what am I hearing? Can I drop this in here? Will it let me do that? Will it let me do what I think I can do? Maybe. Look at that.
How long have you lived in Colorado?
My entire life.
Oh, cool.
I'm one of the probably one of the few natives around here. I was born and raised east of Greeley, in a town called Kersey. Tiny. Actually, they've been in the news lately because of their traffic camera. Has been charging people $400 fines.
Whoa.
For speed, like the fines from like the little, like when you go through a light and it flashes. You know, used to be like they'd only flash when you ran a light. Well, now if you go through an intersection that has those cameras, and you're speeding, they'll take your picture because you were speeding. It's like a speed trap. There's a couple in Fort Collins, Prospect and Shields is one of them. Harmony is another one. There's a few of them around town, but Kersey has one on the highway around there, and it's been capturing people speeding through the intersection there. But instead of it charging like a $30 or $40 fine or $70 fine, whatever it is, it's been like $300 or $400, and nobody knows why. It was in the news. I saw it on 9 News the other day. I was like, what? I know that intersection. Yeah, I don't know why they're charging them $400. That's weird. Look a little shady, guys. They're investigating it, whatever. But yeah, I have an uncle who lives out there. Our great uncle, so we still go out and visit him from time to time. But I don't. He lives a little far from there. Actually, he's the one who does all of my game processing when we do like for deer and elk season. We take it out to him because he's got a big walk-in freezer. Yeah, it does. It takes us like. It's a day. It's still a day's worth of processing, but it's free, so can't go wrong with that. But yeah, it's weird. I can't remember where I was going with that. My brain rabbit trails.
Yeah, I've got that little kind of beat in here, and I can kind of play with it too a little bit.
I went out to, I grew up in Colorado. I got to Las Vegas in 2008.
Mhm.
And I started, in 2009, I became a nightclub singer for 2019.
Right.
Then I moved back and forth, like, during that time with family and stuff.
Right.
But, yeah. That's where I've been.
Nightclub singer. That's something I haven't ran into a whole lot of. Oh, we don't have a lot of nightclubs around here.
Yeah.
There used to be one out at the airport, but it's gone. Loveland Airport. I don't know if the Loveland Airport ever had one, but I know there used to be one down by DIA. There used to be a nightclub that they had singers and stuff, and I never went because it was not
Yeah.
my scene growing up. We were
Yeah, Vegas.
Vegas very much so.
Yeah.
I have an uncle who lives in Vegas.
Oh, cool.
I need to go visit him because he's not doing well.
Oh.
Well, he did a lot of drugs and drinking over the last 50 or so years of his life. So it's starting to catch up with him. So kidney problems and liver problems and all this stuff that it's just life catching up with you essentially. Eventually it does catch up with you. So, but he's an interesting fellow. But I need to go visit him because I haven't done that. But
Yeah, one thing in Vegas, I always remember just to be gracious, kind, grateful to everyone I met, or
Right.
that friend would introduce me to at any time. But, went through that whole phase of, there's my sister.
Oh. Okay.
Hello. Okay. She's here.
Okay, cool.
No. Well, we got quite a bit done.
And I got a lot that I can work on. I can send you stuff too.
Okay.
Like if I come up with an idea, I'm like, hey, what do you think of this thing? I can email it to you, and you can tell me, no, that is a terrible idea, Justin. Do it a different way, please. Or hey, that's kind of cool. What if we also did this with it? Or I love it. Don't do anything with it is also great.
Okay.
I don't get a lot of that. Something I get a lot of. It's usually like, yeah, I like it, but I'd like to do this little twist.
Right.
Or this little twerk or tweak or whatever it might be, and okay, cool. And then I worked with guys where like, I like it, but could you rewrite the whole thing? Yeah, I can. It's just you're not gonna get it today. You're gonna get it maybe Tuesday, or Wednesday.
Well, everybody who watched in our live stream tonight, thank you for watching. A little different than usual. Usually our behind the scenes stuff, we have bands and stuff, but tonight was a little bit of a writing session. And I think we're going to do some more here of that as we go forward. But we're grateful for those who have watched. If you've liked and subscribed from this, that's awesome. I'm going to do a little more work here. Okay. I'm installing some software that I forgot to select the destination folder. How about I go into library and I go drum samples. There. Open. Install. Anyways, that's what tonight's was. It was all writing. He had some vocals and stuff that we did. And it's gonna be cool when it's all done. I might do some stuff of us actually recording the drum parts that I'm gonna do back there. Also gonna do just a few other little things here and there. But thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out our other videos and also like and subscribe. So thank you, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.